So what we did is, yeah, so Shiva came, that's good. Shiva, I am giving the organizer access to you, Shiva. Audio is low. Okay, Mahendra. So it should be high. I cannot shout more than this. So you can send me one headphones or something like that. So which is a high quality. Now it's okay. Fine. Good. Okay, guys. Good. So now the problem is going to be very simple now. So what we did is now we have the GitHub, and we had something called Maven, and we had something called the Artifactory. Okay, so which is a little bit bigger. So after this, what we did is we had some servers. So we had some servers, and we called that as a deployment servers, and that server was having a little, okay. So this is the connectivity that we have made it. Okay, so okay, I would like to draw the diagram in this way. Okay, yeah, this way. So I will put the Artifactory in the side actually. Okay, so this is my Artifactory. So my Artifactory, I will just draw it aside, because it is optional that you can use the Artifactory or you don't have to use the Artifactory. Now the deployment servers are there now with us. Now how I have connected it? So now this is connected, and either this is connected like this and it's coming with this place, or directly I can just do the deployment. So this is also possible. Okay, so now I'm going to name it. So it is going to be GitHub, and it is going to be Maven. Okay, and this is going to be Artifactory. This is going to be the deployment server. So this is going to be the deployment server, and this is also can be a deployment server, which is of other environment. It can be a UAT or testing or whatever it is. Okay, so it is going to be the deployment server or whatever it is. So now what we are going to do here is, so we call this part as a CA. So this part as a CA. So everything will be done in the Jenkins. So everything will be done, everything is going to be done inside the Jenkins now. So we are playing the platform with the Jenkins. So this everything is going to run inside the Jenkins. So we are going to run everything in the Jenkins part. So Jenkins. So this is achieved by using, this is called as a CI. Okay, this part is called CI. So what is CI? So just the automation of this one. So you see, we are just going to automate this. Okay, so we are going to just automate this part. So this is called as a CI. So you see, this is called as a CI part. Okay. Oh my God. So this part is a CI part. So this part is called as a CI part. So now this CI in the Jenkins is possible by using what concept? It's called poll SCM. Poll SCM. So this is nothing but a cron tab with the 5 stars. Okay. So with some 5 stars. So every time it just goes and checks your GitHub and do these things. So this GitHub is going to be the Git plugin. So you are going to use the Git plugin to do this, and also here it is going to be the Maven plugin. Okay. So this is the technical part of this job. And once this CA job is completed, so automatically when there is a change in this one, so the var will be created. So the output of this is going to be, so both the output of this is going, this process is going to be a var file. So it is application.var. So this application which I have, it is a sample application, which is a real-time application what I have. Okay. So this var is going to be deployed. It should be deployed in the server. So this is what the CD is. So now when we are talking about the CD, okay, CD can be travel in the two places. So either you have your application var in your Artifactory or directly in the deployment server. So this is the next part that you can talk about it. Okay. So when you are going to use this, okay, so you need to have some deployment server or application server for that. So that application server is going to be the Tomcat. Okay, so the Tomcat has to be installed and it is going to be run in 8080, and where you have to deploy the application inside the web apps folder. So inside the web apps folder you have to install your var file. Okay, then the next part you have to take care of the deployment is going to be the Tomcat user. Okay, so who can access the Tomcat one? So the Tomcat user.xml. Okay, this file is also very important. So what we need to do is we need to transfer the file and install the software. So what is called a deployment? So first what we need to do, we need to transfer transfer a file which is called as a configuration management. So this is a configuration in the server, right? And you are going to install the Tomcat. So install the modules of the Tomcat, all the Tomcat, and after that you are going to install you are going to copy, which is SCP. Okay, copy the var file, app.var file into the Tomcat. So this part is called as a CD, which can also be automated. So how this CD can be done? By using the main concept called master and slave. Okay, which we have talked about it. So for that, what is a slave? So this is going to be the slave machine. The deployment server is going to be the slave. So this is going to be the slave machine. Okay. So this master you have to use in the Jenkins to make this possible. And everything. Hello guys, can you able to hear me? So there is it's saying that Mahendra, can you able to hear me?
Yes, Sundar, you are audible, Sundar.
Okay, fine. So that is saying that somebody is experiencing network issues. So that's the reason. So everything is integrated. So everything is getting integrated in the Jenkins by using pipeline. Okay, these are all the technical things. Till now we have talked in the PE pipeline. Okay, so we are going to talk about the things in a pipeline. So that pipeline is possible by using a pipeline plugin. PLUGINE plugin, plus you have the concept called upstream and downstream. Okay, so the upstream and the downstream concept is very important, and with this concept only we are just connecting each and everything. So it is possible by using the post build activity. So these are all the technicalities and the functionalities that how we can achieve. So till now whatever we have seen in the previous classes with the Jenkins and all the tools which we have seen. So this is the objective of our CI and CD, which you have to for sure understand this. So first of all, in this flow, this is very important flow. In this flow, do you have any doubts, guys? So one by one I will come. So with Hemant, do you have any doubts in this?
Yes, sir. Why do we need artifact if we can directly connect to a deployment server?
Yeah. So the problem here is, let's say Hemant is the DevOps engineer. Okay. Kiran is Kiran is a testing engineer. Okay. Or Mahendra is a developer. So what Mahendra is telling to Hemant is, I have that functionality. I have 3 functionalities which got delivered to Kiran, who is a tester. But Kiran is telling, one functionality is not working. Not at all, the changes are not there. So what you have to do as a Hemant, as a DevOps engineer? Hemant, tell me.
I have to check why
Mahendra is waiting. Yeah, so for that, first check is Mahendra is telling that I have delivered the code to you, but you have not deployed. This is what Mahendra is fighting with you. So we need to make sure that the build which you have did is having the Mahendra's changes or not. Correct?
Yes.
So for that, if you need to do that, it is a big process. So Mahendra has to request Hemant through some mail, and the turnaround time of Hemant is going to take place, and Hemant has to go back to the build things, and he has to take the var file out of it, and he has to send. So there is in the var file, if it is a huge var file, how you will send? The mail cannot possible, so you need to find some common place to share the things. So it will be very difficult. Again, you will give the var file to Mahendra. Normally, the Mahendra cannot see the var file. Mahendra has to use the decoder to do this. So he has to use any decoder software to just decode the var, and he has to see the content. Because Mahendra is saying, I have saved the code in the plugin Git. So in Git he will check, Mahendra can check. But in the real bundle, Mahendra cannot check it, right? So this is the first advantage of Artifactory. If you have the things in the Artifactory, Mahendra can in no time, the next minute, Mahendra will go here and check in the Artifactory. Got the point?
Yes.
And one more biggest advantage is nothing but the dependency management system. See, for example, since you are not in a real time, you don't understand it. See, for example, you will not always deliver the things in the production. What you will be doing is you will building the things, so and that there will be some third party people. Okay, see, in my BNP Paribas, which is a French bank, okay, we will not deploy the things in the production. So for doing a deployment in a production, we have a separate team for the whole company who is sitting in some London or something. Okay, they will be doing the things, but for them, they know they just maintain the production server, that's it, and they do some deployment, but they don't know how the really build is going to happen. So the build will be given by our team. So it is called as a dependency sharing system across the organization. So you can just put your var into that place or the binaries into the place, and anybody can take from that place and share it. So sharing inside the organization is very easy by using Artifactory. So you are making some centralized repository for your binaries, which you can share easily across the teams. And for example, one product needs the other dependency. See, for example, in our telecom domain, which is going to be the Leica mobiles, okay, some 80 modules put together to form the one product in the. So while you are calling the thing, so base station is there, network station is there, so everything. So 80 modules need to be put together. So when one module is getting deployed, so there might be some other module dependency will be there. So automatically, if you have the Artifactory, so it doesn't require that you have to manually do it. So automatically it gets the var file or a binary file from the Artifactory and does the deployment. So the dependency can be resolved easily by if you have the centralized repository maintenance system. Okay.
Okay, understood.
Like this, lot of advantages are there if you are using the Artifactory. Okay. So manually anybody can download the things. You don't have to use the decoder. So directly you can view the binary files or the zip files inside it. So like this. Okay. Apart from this, what is the doubt? Okay. First of all, are you convinced with this Artifactory? Why you are going for Artifactory? Yeah. If I don't want the Artifactory, you can just have the server also. Normally you can just put it in some FTP or some shared drive and deploy the things, or directly you can just from the Jenkins machine also you can do the deployment directly. That is also possible, but intermediate, it depends on your requirement.
Okay, okay, understood.
And don't mess it. So there is something called Nexus also. So if any interviewer is asking you, you know Nexus, also same Nexus repository. So you know the Nexus phone. So Google Nexus phone. It is named after this only. It's a dependency management tool, one of the tool which is open source again. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So you understand this flow?
Yes, Sundar.
So how can
Yes.
you upload and download the directly? This thing is nothing but curl command. By using a curl command with the username and the password, okay, you can just download the things directly from your Artifactory. So don't worry about that also. It is giving that option also to you. Okay, Kiran, do you understand the things next?
Yes,
This
sir.
flow which I have talked this morning? Yeah. Okay, so Mahendra?
Yeah, Sundar, I'm okay with this.
I mean, I
You're
got
okay
it.
with this? Fine.
Yeah, I
So
got it.
Rakesh,
Yes, Sundar. Yeah.
okay, Sahitya,
Yeah, Sundar.
okay, okay. So Vikram,
Yes, Sundar, I'm clear.
Siddharth, Chetan.
Yes, Sundar. Yeah, the same doubt I got and you explained earlier, right? Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay.
Now I will just show all these things once to you. Okay. So till now whatever I have did, so I will be quickly showing to you how it was done. Or you want me to move for the next one, so you will practice. What is your call?
We'll go ahead and do it again, Sundar.
Okay. So one vote for that, and next.
Yeah, Sundar, it's better to recap all those. I mean, like I said, we have got couple of doubts that we'll be asking.
Okay. Fine. So I'll be doing in a different way, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, fine. So what is this? All my server I have stopped it, so I will start the server now. So SCMT, my Google Drive. Okay. So who is recording this session correctly?
I'm doing it,
So
Sundar.
who is recording this? Okay. So please send me after this class is completed.
Okay.
I think Shivanand and a few more guys need server. Fine. So now I'm just going to say not Ansible, not Chef Workstation, Maven, not Maven. So it's going to be Jenkins machine, not Jenkins machine, demo CI, and the deployment node and the artifactory. So three things we will make it up. Okay. So three servers. I am just making this three servers up. Okay. So I am just starting this three servers. So first of all, we will go inside the Jenkins and see how to configure these jobs. Okay. So and one more thing you need to mention about the custom workspace also. So everything needs to be done with the custom workspace. So that CUSTOME custom workspace. So you are going to use the single workspace. So single workspace for doing everything, so that you can be propagating within the job easily. Okay, so the custom workspace you can use it. So what I am going to do here is in the meantime I am just going to start this one. You see, I am just starting this 8080, which is going to be our Jenkins machine. So admin is the username and password. It's getting failed. Oh my god, maybe I need to use the other machine, I guess. So admin, this morning I faced the same issue. So this is not a good machine that I need to make it up. So maybe, yeah, this machine I will just terminate it because it is no use. So I don't know which instance it is. So
Actually, we are
terminate
using
it.
Jenkins.
Oh, is it? That's fine, no issue. So yeah, okay, we will use the Jenkins. So in the meantime, we will see whether Artifactory is running. Okay, it will not run now. And just don't forget to ask how to do the Gitolite. Okay. So maybe after this, I will show you how to do the Gitolite setup also for you, maybe, or otherwise we will see it in the other classes. So it's an extra thing for you. still it is running. Takes more time to shut down. Oh my god. Okay, so now I'm just making Jenkins up. Okay, so let's do it quickly. So here it's going to be okay. Okay, so the Jenkins should be started here. So admin. So I'm also just why it is not working. It is also okay. It was working. So what I did is I have created a job called CI demo. Okay. So in this CI demo, so what I have did is I have just did the checkout. So checkout of the GitHub, and after that I have did the maven command. So you see here I have used the git checkout and I have did my credentials, and before that I have also used yes Pranita.
Sorry, Sundar. I won't record this session, Sundar. Can you give me the access?
I am giving the organizer access to you, Pranita, and I don't know who is waiting for name. Who is that? Is it Surya?
Yeah, now I
So I am also making Siddharth as an organizer. Siddharth also came. That's fine. So what I am doing here is I am also using the custom workspace. You see, so I think I have. Am I using the custom workspace? No, I think I am not using the custom workspace. So no, I am not using the custom workspace here. That's fine. So I am doing the build here. Okay, and sorry. So I have enabled the poll SCM here. I have checked out things here, and also I am doing the build here, and I am just applying and saving. So what I am doing here in this job, if you see here, so the Git plugin. So I have used this GitHub configuration in this place. Technically I am talking now. So I have used my GitHub configuration here. Okay, the maven configuration here. The maven configuration, since I have chosen the maven project, I have did the maven configuration here. So and the CI configuration, which is possible by using this poll SCM in this place. So if I combined this process, that is called as a CI. So which is possible. So the first job talks about the CI process. Okay. And the second, what we have to do, either you need to just directly transfer the things to the other place. Okay. So either after this, so directly you can put the things into the deployment server or through the Artifactory. So first we will go through the Artifactory. Okay. So when we are going through the Artifactory, what we need to do here? So we need to just say the downstream project. So the pipeline. So again, I'm using the pipeline concept, and the upstream or downstream. So the downstream of this maven project demo CI is going to be, the downstream is going to be the Artifactory demo push. So I'm just going to push the things into my Artifactory. Okay. So for this, what we need to do, we have to make our Artifactory server up and running. Correct. So the Artifactory server is stopped now. So what we need to do is we need to connect inside my Artifactory server, and first of all, you need to install the Artifactory. Hope I have shown you 2 times how to install the Artifactory, right? So once you need to have the Artifactory which is up and running on this machine. So how to make this is nothing but like this. So I'm just going to say, you see the Artifactory is here. So you need to copy the zip by using the SCP command. So you need to use the SCP command. So I think that you have to download this. Again, I am showing to you AWS key pum key. You have to give as an input, and J for the, I think J for the Artifactory 5 point something can be there, zip, and you have to give this Ubuntu machine username and the password. So instead of the password, you are going to give the pum key. So this is what I'm just going to copy it. So I'm just copy it to my local machine. So this is what I have triggered this command. So if I trigger this command after downloading this Artifactory, I would be ending up in this place. You see, the zip got already copied, and I need to unzip it by using unzip command. Okay, so by using this unzip command, I need to just unzip this JForge Artifactory. So you see, it will be already unzipped. Okay, so you can just say yes to all. Okay, it will be unzipped like this. So if you have the unzipped repository like this, so what you have to do is you can just go inside this one, and you can also go inside the bin directory and say, you see how to start this Artifactory is nothing but sh artifactory.sh. So this is the place I have started my Artifactory. Okay, now the Artifactory will be up and running for me. You see, so now in this one, so I have constructed this server. So this server in the AWS environment. Now if you see, the Artifactory should be up and running in the port called 8081 is the default port. Don't ask me how you know it. Yes, I know that. So the default username and the password of the Artifactory is going to be admin and the password. Okay, so let's say that it is up and running, and I'm just going to log in, and with the username called admin and the password called just a password, PASSWORD, which is a lowercase. So save this, fine. So now you can go to the admin part and create the repository. So it can be some local Shiva, local SRA is a thing which I have created it. So which can be a generic repository. So this should be linked. This URL should be linked into the Jenkins. For that, first of all, any external tool that you have to install that as a plugin. So automatically this will be installed as a plugin. In the manage plugin, you can see in the installed plugin this Artifactory is available, Artifactory plugin is available. Since this plugin is available, what you can do here is you can just go and connect Artifactory. So how to connect the Artifactory, you see, so in this place you can just go and connect the Artifactory system. So config system, and you can just link our Artifactory. So this is our Jenkins URL, that's fine. So you see this Artifactory server. So this server name is different because I have stopped it and started again, right? So now test the connection. So it will be connected, you see. So this is a way that you have to connect to your Artifactory first of all. And after this, you can go to the CI machine, which is a CI demo job, and after that you can just say Artifactory demo push. So in this one, if you are seeing the configuration, you can just see where you are going to get it. So you are going to push the things. So I have given this server as an Artifactory server already, it is there. And the demos SRA is the repository. You see, this is a repository where you are going to push your thing. So here it is already there. So this is grants.var. What I am going to do is I am just going to delete this one. So manually also you can delete it. Okay, you see now it is empty. And in this case, in this repository, you can just refresh the repository and see how many repositories are there. You see, 2 repositories are there. So I'm just going to select this repository, which I have created right now, and I'm just going to push the things. So from the workspace, from the normal workspace, I told you whenever the Jenkins job is getting created, there will be a workspace created with the name of the job. So it is going to be a demo CI, and the target folder, you are going to select the target folder and say that star.var. So this file is going to be pushed, or this binary is going to be pushed into the artifact by executing this one. So the download details and all, you don't have to just give it, so that's fine. So you don't have to download anything, just only the upload the things is required. So if you want, you can download the things from the artifactory also sometimes. So that can also be used in some scenarios if it is needed. So I have saved it. So if I want to link this, so already it is linked. You see the upstream job for this job is demo CI, and the downstream job is nothing but the CD job. So CD job I have linked it, but right now you don't have to think about it. So if I am running this job, only this job, if I am running only this job, what will happen here is CD job will also be triggered. That's fine. So it will be failed, but you see, so it got succeeded, and if you see the console output, I think the artifactory will be deployed. The artifactory will be deployed here now. So you see the grants.war got deployed here. So this is what I have explained you here. So from this job, automatically the output application bar is going to this artifact. Okay, so for that we have created a job, and we have linked to this job by using again the upstream and the downstream concept. So which is working fine for us now. So now what we have to do is we have to create the deployment server, and we have to install the Tomcat, and we have to copy this bar file into the web apps folder, and we also need to copy this configuration, which is a Tomcat user.xml. So directly you can do this, or via Artifactory also you can do that. Okay. So I will tell you how to do that via Artifactory now. Okay. So for that I have created a job called CD. Okay. So I have created a job called CD.
Sundar,
So
I got
this
a
job is
doubt.
called, yeah, yeah.
Like you done a you just run the CD job, right? Is it CD job which you run?
I have run not a CA job and not a CD job, just only the Artifactory push job. That's it.
Then how did you get
Intermediate
this
job.
war file, Sundar? Where did you get the war file from? Because if
Already
you
the
don't run
war,
CI, if you don't run CI, ideally you don't get a war file, right?
no, it was already there. So I have not cleaned it, right?
Okay.
See, we are in this configuration. What I have told is we are going to take the things from this place. Okay.
Okay.
So already the content is there in this place. It doesn't see, if we are running the CI job, the new content will be coming. That's it. But we are not deleting the old content, right?
Okay. Initially it will be empty,
So
but once it is done,
initially it will be
yeah,
empty. See, then if you are just going here and just remove it, so after see, you can just do that also. Hope you understand, right? I don't have to
yes,
do it
I
again.
got it. I got your point now.
Fine, okay. So in the CD job, so now what I'm going to do is in the CD job, first of all, what is the configuration that I have did for you is nothing but, so first of all, first I need to identify my deployment node. Okay, that is a very important thing. So the master slave should be configured. The slave is empty here. I need to go to my slave and say the configuration change, because when I stop the instance, automatically the host name gets changed. Correct. So I need to give the correct host now. So the content will be same. Content you don't have to change it. So but the host name is changed because we are using the AWS. So whenever you stop the instance name will get, the host name, DNS name will be changed. So now I have changed my host name correctly and saved it, and again relaunched the agent to make this agent up. So this agent will be up soon, and we are going to configure the CD job for this. So I'm just going to deploy the Tomcat and the configuration file and the application file for this. Okay, so it is getting up now. Slave setup done and slave is up now. Let's see. Okay, you see the slave is up now. So we are going to just use the CD job now. So what is the CD job it is doing? You see it is currently running the CD job. So what we are doing in the CD job is nothing but, so how you are making the things in a slave is nothing but, this is a technical word that you have to understand. So restrict where this project can run. So I'm just restricting this job into the demo slave. Only in the demo slave only it can run. And in this place, okay, so in this place, I am just going to say execute in the build part. I am just going to execute the commands. So what are all the commands that I am going to execute? So install the Tomcat, install the Tomcat user module, install the Tomcat admin module, and install. So go into this path and use the curl command and take the things from the take the things from your Artifactory repository. So where is my Artifactory? Now I need to change this URL because the Artifactory URL got changed, right? So what I need to do is I need to just use this host name instead of this host name, I guess, yes. Because since this is the AWS machine, so that's the issue. So now I am just going to change this already, so I have changed it. So now this one I have did it. And how can I change the file? Using this file create plugin is there. There is an option that you can create the file in the specific directory like this. So you can just give the path and the content of the file, and you can just say whether you have to insert a new file or insert the start of the file or append the file at the end or overwrite the file. So I just want to overwrite every time. So I want to every time give the new configuration if there is any. So if you want to add any rules or for the Tomcat, it is a deployment dependent. So this is a configuration file for the Tomcat. I am adding it right now, and I am also doing the deployment part with these commands. So I am just going to run this command from my CI/CD part. So now I have already, since it is getting failed, I know because of the Artifactory one it will be failed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, I have already created a pipeline, as you know. So in my previous classes I have created my pipeline view. You see demo CI, Artifactory push and CD. So this is one pipeline that I have created. Okay, so now let us continue with the same one. So I am just going to run the same thing. So let's see what is happening here. So I am just enabling the auto refresh so that it will be telling the each and every time it is going to tell my status. So this is a demonstration of this flow, the first flow which I have told you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Otherwise 1, 2, 3 directly. So directly you can push the things from this war file into the deployment server. That is also possible. Okay, CD is getting failed. Let's see why the CD is getting failed. Yeah, I see. You see, I have made some mistake in this one. So the spelling mistake again. You see, that's a problem. So what I need to do is, okay, now it should be fine. So this is possible by using the pipeline view. So which is a technical one which I have talked to you about. So this is a pipeline view. You see the pipeline plugin. So downstream and upstream. So after this, if it is getting succeeded, what we will do is we will do the same thing, not using Artifactory. We will try to push it. So for that also there is some way in the Jenkins that we can do it. We will try to do that. So up to this, is it clear, guys, to you? So everyone, Mahendra and Rakesh, everyone. So Hemant, everyone.
Yes, Sundar.
Okay. You see now everything is green now, which is good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one small thing here, which I'm going to use the same CI, but yeah. Okay, so without Artifactory, I'm just going to do one more thing. Okay. So in this case, I'm just going to cut this one. So cut this downstream now. So I'm just going to cut this downstream configuration. I don't want to trigger CD with that Artifactory push. After Artifactory push, I don't want to trigger this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this flow. So save. That's it. Okay. So I have cut the flow of that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one more thing here. So how you can transfer, so what is our goal is I need to transfer after the CI demo directly, I need to start the CD, correct. So from this machine, so I need to start the CD also. So I need to start the CD. So for this, I'm just going to put one more link. What is that is going to be? I don't want this one. I also want to run one more project. Okay, so which is going to be, I think we have to put space. Okay, space CD, I guess. CD. So how to mention the multiple projects? So it can,
I guess you need to use comma, Sundar.
that's what. So yeah, by using comma. Okay. So comma CD. Okay. So I'm just going to use the both now. Now if you see the pipeline, it is going to tell this pipeline to me. So it is going to start the CD project also and the Artifactory also. But CD, it is using in the CD project. Okay, so I need to again do some changes. So what we need to do is I am just asking to work on the Artifactory, right? The var is going to be copied into this folder, okay, by using this Artifactory, which is not required, which is not needed now in this case, which should not be needed here. Okay, so in this case, what we are going to do is where live Tomcat apps, right? So this is a place. So what I will take it later. So now I'm just going to delete it. Not required, this one. Because we are going to send directly from the CI itself. So which is possible by using the copy over SSH plugin. So there is a plugin called copy over SSH. Okay. If you see here, again I need to go to the demo. Sorry, I need to go to my manage plugin. So this is what I am trying to explain is this flow, the second flow. Directly from this Jenkins machine, I am just going to copy my application. So CD application.var into the deployment server for the deployment. Without using Artifactory, I am just going to explain the flow B. Okay. So for this, you need to check whether it is installed or not. I think I have already installed it, which is going to be called as SSH publish plugin. You see, publish over SSH. I am going to publish the things over SSH. It means that I am going to copy the files from one machine to other machine by using this SSH plugin. Okay. So now I am going to do the same work again now to you. So which can be like this. So copy over SSH, right? So I have it already, and you need to say again this integration of the server again. So that is possible by using global tool configuration. So global tool configuration is the place where you can have all this kind of SSH machines. Yeah, sorry, it is not a global tool configuration, just it is going to be a tool configuration. So inside the settings, manage Jenkins settings, so configuration systems. So in this configuration settings, as we have did for Artifactory, we need to do it for the SSH also. So it will be saying the SSH. You see, publish over SSH. So we need to have the SSH server. So what is our SSH server? It is going to be our deployment node, right? So this is going to be one of your deployment nodes. So we need to just use your deployment node here. So what is our deployment node host name? So we need to take our host name correctly, the deployment node host name here, and we need to configure it like this. So the deployment node host name is previously different, now it is going to be different. So now I have given the deployment node details for you, and the remote directory, which directory I need to copy this one. So whatever I am going to copy the file, this is going to be copied in the remote directory called this place. Okay, and username, and the name is going to be SSL Ubuntu, that is deployment server. Okay, deployment server details. So in this case, if you see the test configuration, I am just going to do the test configuration and it is success. So now I have successfully in this architecture, if you see in this architecture in our Maven plugin, sorry, from our Jenkins machine, this application is there, this application.var is there, and we have connected from our Jenkins machine to this deployment server. Okay, virtually we have connected it. We have connected to this directory. Okay, so apply and save. Now since we have connected it, we are going to configure that in our CI demo job itself. So what we need to do? So after in the build part, so normally these things will be done in a build part. In the build part, what you need to do is add post build step. Something is there, or sorry, it should be in the post build action. So after the build is completed, you have to publish send the build artifacts over SSH. So use this one and say to me, so deployment, which server I just want to copy this. So I just want to copy it to this server, which we have already did it. And what is our source file? The source file is nothing but from your workspace you have to take it. What is your workspace? So workspace is nothing but your home. Now it is going to be your where lib and all those and workspace, and this CI demo is our workspace, and where you need to take it from target folder, right? So you have to take it from the target folder. I think this slash or this slash. Oh my god. Again. Yeah, the source folder is going to be, I think this one, right? Yeah. So it is going to be grants, grants.var, and prefix remove. So I don't want to copy only this jar file, so I don't want this target folder to be created, so remove this prefix, so it will be removed in the remote directory, so only the grants.var will be copied. Okay, so let's see now the copy is getting succeeded or not. So I have just made it. Now I am going to just run this build now. So when I am running this build now, so let's see whether what it's getting succeeded or failed. So it will be telling you now. So it is doing the checkout and it is doing the build now. And in few minutes the grants.var is saved. And after that what happened? So you see it is getting connected. So it is getting connected to my deployment machine, and it is transferring one file, which is the SSH file, to this machine, and we are again the things are getting deployed. Okay, so once the things is getting deployed, you can just see in my demo CI, which is a pipeline. Sorry, you can just see in our pipeline view now. You see, so it is also pushed in the Artifactory. It is a multi-purpose. So it's also pushed the things in the Artifactory, and it also did it in the CD. So CD job is also deployed successfully. Now, if you are going and checking in your deployment machine with your code, you see this is our deployment machine, right? So this is your application. So if you are just opening this server and see, if you are just opening the server and see, you will be having your Tomcat which is up and running. So in our Tomcat, the user XML is having the username and the password, right? So it is going to be admin and PASSWORD. So it depends on your configuration. If you want, you can change it. So if you are just clicking this grants and normally, so this is what the URL you have to use it. I don't know the URL, so that's the reason I have just went into the management console and did it. Now you see your application is up and running now. Okay, and now whomever is just changing the things, you can just check this. Okay, so this is how it will be. So now let's see the CI and CD in the one real-time example. So now what is happening is in my GitHub. Okay, I'm just going here and changing some code. So as a developer, I'm just going to change the code. So I'm just going to change the code here. Okay, so it's just I'm going to change the hi Sundar, something like that. I'm just going to change it. So the committing thing is just I am going to commit the changes. So once I have committed it, automatically this pipeline should be triggered. Let's see now. So now the CI/CD pipeline will be triggered for us now. Since we have mentioned the pole SCM now, so automatically it should be triggered in few minutes. I don't know. It will be starting in few minutes. Did I configure the pole SCM correctly? So maybe 1 minute. So every 1 minute it will be waiting. So maybe just now the 1 minute got over. So the next cycle will be starting and it will be started. So wait. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. You see now automatically it got started. So this is the pipeline, so CI/CD pipeline. So it doesn't mean that, so now how the real time it will be working is, I told you about the feature branch, right? Whomever is changing the feature branch and committing to the dev branch, automatically whenever the development branch is getting changed, so immediately that var will be created and it will be deployed soon to your machines. So it is immediately delivered. So it means that there is no waiting time here. CD is delivered. That's it. So it will be delivered to the UAT like this. So nobody has to be intervene this one. You see now you have connected the thing. So whenever the developer has committed it, in the next 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it is going to the tester. Or once you have the green light to do the same thing in the production, whenever there is a green light and the testing team is saying okay, instead of the CD, so this server can be a normal, it is up to you to decide. Okay, this can be a deployment node, okay, for the testing, okay, for test deployment node. Same node can be also for the production also. So few people will be accessing now. Even you can also access this one. So if you see here, even I would say this as a production because I have just put it. So you can also access from anywhere in the world because it is deployed in the public cloud. Okay, this is a public cloud. So this is called as a public cloud. So now I am just giving an introduction to you for the AWS. Since this is there in the EC2 instance in the public cloud, which is possible to access by outside people, even though it is an application server, your application is accessible by outside people. Okay, for example, you are writing a blog. For example, there is a blog called Value Peak. Okay, so don't say that Facebook. So Facebook is not a blog, so it's not an open source. See, for example, there is a blog called Value Peak. So this is a blog. It is in the open forum. So anybody can view this blog. Okay, it is not closed. Like this application is open. If I want to close it, so what is the concept is nothing but the concept which we need to going to see is nothing but VPC. So what is VPC is nothing but the virtual private cloud. Okay. So virtual private cloud is a commercial cloud which can also be given by the Amazon. So not like our public cloud, anybody cannot access it. The person who is having an access, so who is entering to the public IP or a public subnet. So only one server will be there which can be public can access it. So in the VPC there is one server will be there in our public subnet, whomever can access it, and the rest of the servers will be there in a private subnet. So it will be accessed only via the public subnet server. Server which is having a public subnet. So whomever needs to log in, he has to log in through the public server. Okay, in Bahubali Katappa will say, so one character will say that if you want to cross the border, you have to first of all cross me. So like that, the barrier for you is the bodyguard for your VPC is going to be the public subnet, and you can enter to your private subnet by using the public subnet. Okay, fine. Is it clear guys to you now? So now I have mentioned the things, so in the two ways. One is via Artifactory and without Artifactory also. So this is the answer for the, who somebody is asking the question, Hemant. So this is the answer for him. Okay, and one more good answer for him is if you want to show this, see for example what Hemant, what you will be doing is you will be just giving this to the Mahendra, so that if Mahendra is asking you question, if he is the developer, you can just go and check boss. So in this grants.var, you are having all your code. Okay, you are having the class file, you are having a sample data, and the static files are always there. So just you can just go and see this app. So whatever the Java code is there. So even you can download it. So directly he can see this, and you can be sorting out. So you can just download this also. For example, you right click and download. It will be downloaded for you. So anybody can just download this also. So this kind of actions is possible by using the Artifactory. But if it is this Artifactory is not there, you both will be fighting, and the turnaround time will be more, and it is a headache for both DevOps team and the developer team and the testing team to sort out the issues. Okay, and for example, if you want to send this Artifactory to the outside world, so what you can do, so you can just put it in your public cloud or in your VPC or whatever it is, so in the closed one, and you can share it via HTTP browser also, so they can download this also, which is possible. So like this, lot of advantages will be there if you are using Artifactory. Okay. So ask me if it is not clear again. So this should be very, very clear to get the job. So 10 times you write this in a paper as a imposition and practice it. What is CI and what is CD? What is my setup? So I am using GitHub. I am using Git plugin to do that. I am using PolSCM to connect the SCA. And I am just using a Maven plugin. I am using a Maven goal, this goal. And I am just putting the things into the Artifactory. I am just going to deploy. I am getting the things by the CD command. CD is nothing but a master slave concept. So I'm just creating a slave vision. So by doing this, so like this you need to, so this is possible by using a pipeline, by upstream and downstream job. So this one you need to be very, very sure. And what is the deployment server? I am going to use the Ubuntu server with the app server web application called the Tomcat. So what is the, how the user.xml, so where you are going to deploy the application in the Tomcat by you in a web apps folder. So like this you have to be very sure on this process, so that you can, the interviewer or he will believe such, okay, you have did the things, so you know the concept very well. Then he will be asking what is CD and CDE, continuous deployment and delivery. Anyone just to Google that. So there is, when we are talking about CD, there is two things are there in the world. Okay, people wants continuous delivery and continuous deployment. So what is continuous deployment is nothing but when we are doing this for the UAT environment, which is a testing environment, that is called as a continuous delivery. You are just delivering it. You are not deploying the things. So if you are doing the deployment, there is a two things. What is the difference between the discovery and the inventory? Invention. Okay.
Discovery is like you are finding what is already existing, and invention is you are finding a new thing.
Exactly. So it is the new thing is nothing but doing the things in the production, and the existing one is already it is there. You are just adding a new thing. It is like that. So nobody will, if you are finding a existing one, nobody will applaud you. So if you are doing a CD, which is a continuous delivery, yeah, it is good job. That's it. So if you are doing a continuous deployment, it is a great job. Understand? So everybody wants the continuous deployment rather than the continuous delivery. You see, this is a production. I am sure that till now no company has did this. People are not doing it. We are not in the shape to do that. So maybe very few companies may do it, but the industry is not ready to do this continuous deployment. Okay. Tell me guys, you are understanding or not, or you have any issues, ask me. Pranita is going to explain me everything. Go ahead, Pranita. Pranita Garu. What is this guys? You are not talking to me. Pranita, are you there or you slept?
Yes, Sundar.
Yes. Tell me something, Pranita. So it's a morning for you. You should be very fresh, right?
Yes, Sundar.
Okay. Please tell me, ma, whether you are understanding or not understanding what is going there. Did you practice it, and what are all the difficulties you are facing?
Business integration.
Pranita, nobody will help you if you are not talking. You talking.
Yes,
Okay.
Sundar.
I leave up to you, Pranita. What to tell you? That's it.
No, Sundar. I
Huh.
understand. I understand. I understood the topics, but I need to do practice. Then I'll explain you everything.
Did I send the material, the recording to you? So today I think I have sent it to everyone, but maybe did I miss you, or I think, yeah, this batch I think I have not sent it. So did you have the previous class recordings with you? This one. So
Uh, I,
how I did this?
I don't have two recording classes.
Okay, stop the recording, guys. So that's it. So the class is completed. We will talk. So stop the recording. So whomever is recording, stop this.
Sundar, I got doubts, Sundar, as I said.
Okay, stop the recording, na? And we will say.